framed properly. This feels so confrontational. I never realized that this framing is so confrontational. Because I'm at the center, everything's straight. And there's a table. I feel like I'm about to interview you for a job. I hope I can be heard. Wait, maybe I can adjust. Just a second. Because I'm not sure if I can be heard. I should move the chair. Yup. Okay. There's a squirrel! There's a squirrel. Maybe you can see if I wait, because he's not scared. He's not scared. Oh no, he's got look, he's looking at us. Look. Squirrel! He ran. He ran. Yep. The reason for this framing is because this is also a nice, because I still haven't had my lunch, my dear friend. So I'm doing this while I'm having lunch. We have something. And if you know me personally, you would know that this is a dangerous idea. Because I usually drink just one coffee per day. Because the last time I drank 2 cups of coffee, my skin feels like it's breathing through the pores. I can feel it on my arms and on my legs. It feels like and my entire body is just like this, because of course my entire body is full of pores. And when I looked at the sky, it happened to be sunny that day. When I looked at the sky, I feel like I can smell it. I feel like I can smell the color blue. So I don't know, maybe it's not the best decision to talk about this, because they might think that, well, you should lock her up somewhere. But then they should also think that every human is different and we experience different things on this earth. And senses work differently per human. Maybe it works in a general sense, of course, but there are always some quirks and things that won't make sense to another person. And maybe this happens to be one of them if I tell it to the next, or because so far the people who I have told this about, apparently they don't experience this when they drink 2 cups of coffee. So but the reason why I decided to take the risk is because we are gonna dissect this thing. Because I haven't taken a good look at the lyrics of this thing, this song, this piece of art. I just know of course the intro and the general, but I haven't really. There was a lady we all know. Of course I know that, but I haven't really gone through the lyrics properly, and I'm taking this opportunity to do that. And I should take out another piece of paper where I can write on, so that It's nice that it's far because you wouldn't see if I have something in my teeth. Earlier while I was in the bus, I have already visualized how it ended. I have it already in my idea because and she's buying the stairway to heaven. I already have this imagery because the intro also gives me this kind of imagery in my head. I wish I can take a screenshot of it and show to you, but since that's impossible, the best I can do is try to paint it, but that would take hours maybe, and maybe not even hours, more than days, or I don't, depends on how things work in this life. But there is an imagery in that intro, the music, the something. I think Squee came back. I think Squee is somewhere. And I'm also surrounded by little sparrows. I'm starting to think that maybe they have gathered because I have this. Not just because of my existence. But I'm gonna try to dissect this. See, I feel that this is working because I'm everywhere. More than the usual. I feel like I'm bouncing always. I'm bouncing. But when I'm quiet, I'm really quiet. But when I'm not, I'm bouncing. So, I don't know. Is that something you experience also? Because I don't feel like I have any middle when it comes to this. I do have when it's required of me. For example, in social situations, I'm required to be warm or accommodating. I have the muscle for it. But if I were to really choose, I'd rather, when I'm in the social situation, I'd rather just listen all the way through. There was a time where I'm really interested about speaking about things, but then I noticed, well, I feel like social situations need more listeners. So I volunteer. I'm only talking a lot here because I'm the only person. But if there is a person sitting beside me, I feel like I will make it more about the person. Let's see what we will find. I feel like I already have a lot of questions. Because who is the lady? I may have just scribbled something on my face. First of all, who is the lady in this scenario? There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. Who's the lady? That's the first question. Does this lady have a name? Does this lady belong to this dimension? Yeah, I guess I don't have to write it because I'm recording it and I can just rewatch it. I don't have to break my flow. Yeah, I guess I don't have to write at all. Maybe I can write the answers. If I encounter some answers, I can write it. Of course, I will not tell you everything. If I encounter some answers to my questions as I was asking it to myself, maybe I can write it. So this will still be convenient sitting here. So there's a lady who and another question. What what could have happened to me if I was the one who wrote this song? What could have happened to me that led me to this point where I grabbed the paper and wrote, "There's a lady who's sure." What happened before I saw the vision of the lady wanting to buy the stairway to heaven? And maybe there is an answer to this. Maybe some die-hard Led Zeppelin fans have answers to this. And I do have this habit of, especially when it comes to art, wanting to get my own interpretation first before I Google things. Because it's interesting to ask questions and have your own sort of, yeah, instead of just everyone feeding you everything. Maybe that's the approach of some people, but it doesn't work with me. It kills something in me if I do that when it comes to art. If I research what this means, what this, that, what this, why did they write it, what's the process, I don't wanna know. I may wanna know in the future, but initially, which is ironic also because I have gone so far. I feel like I'm gonna split this video again because this is taking longer than I expected, which is ironic, by the way, because all I'm doing in this YouTube sort of corner is that I am revealing my processes. Although there are things that I'm not documenting because it's impossible to document everything because life moves so fast and everything happens so fast and reflections sort of happen in a single day. There's so many things that happens in a single day, and it's impossible to document everything. But then in this corner of the internet, I'm revealing things, and I'm not sure if that's proper. Also, now I really appreciate my younger self for not the coffee is working. I'm extra chatty. Also, I really appreciate my younger self for not succumbing to the temptation of making clickbait sort of things, because I would have attracted the wrong people, or and I for sure I need to delete it at this point, which is an extra task. So I'm glad that I didn't make it in the first place, because now with how things are going, I'm kind of contented that there are only few people who have found me so far, because I'm not sure how I would react if one day I woke up like, and then I checked and suddenly there's a million people in that found this entity. I'm not sure. Maybe for a few seconds I will just be like this. I probably will call in sick. I think I will call in sick just to process what that thing is. So I think we should go back. Otherwise, I will go to the other dimension. This is a good thing about having that one thing that I really care about, because I can just anchor myself to earth with it. Oh. The last question that I asked was, what could have happened to this person that made the vision of the lady come to him and chose him to write about it. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold. She's buying Stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows if the stores are all closed, with a word she can get what she came for. When the stores are all closed. Stores. So there are multiple stairways to heaven, because there's just not one single store selling this. Am I right, or am I deluded? With the word, she can get what she came for. So this lady is powerful then. She has power with words. She doesn't have to convince. She doesn't have to. Her words alone is powerful. I can imagine. Well, I should not tell you how I imagine how this lady looks like. Yeah, maybe it will ruin something in the way how you view the song, but I have it in my head how she looks like. Oh, she's buying the stairway to heaven. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause you know sometimes words have two meanings. Yep. In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are misgiven. I'm not sure if I understand the word properly. Misgiven? I would look it up in the dictionary if I can, but I'm recording and I don't have an extra phone. I have an idea because it has the word give, but then I'm not sure if I'm understanding it properly, but I have a general. Oh, it makes me wonder. Oh, makes me wonder. There's a wonder about what? The thoughts, the lady, the words, or the stairway to heaven? There's a feeling I get when I look to the west, and my spirit is crying for living. Well, west. Of course, we know that the sun sets in the west. But why is the spirit? And my spirit is crying for living. Well, I guess if we die, it's kind of sad also, because there's a lot of things that we don't get to feel anymore. Like the skin, we will not have skin anymore if we die and went to some other layer of whatever this entire thing is, because having skin is only exclusive to being human. The taste also. If I die, I won't taste chocolate anymore. The eyes, if I die, I will not see smiles anymore, and it will not reach my heart. My eyes reach what I see reaches my heart. That will not happen because I will not have the physical form. So I guess that's why the spirit is crying. Maybe if my spirit will cry after I die, that would be the reason, because I will miss the sensations that comes with being human. I told you the answer. I should have just been asking questions. Hi. Am I doing this wrong? I don't know. Maybe there's no wrong when it comes to art.